YouTube, what is going on? So as I do with every version coming out, we are going to be talking about the 4.4 Stellar Jades that you are going to be able to acquire. And as you can see, free-to-play players, rejoice, because you have 93 total pulls, right? That is pretty decent amount for players who have the ESP, that is the special pass, right? That you are going to be getting 116, and players who get the special pass and the nameless glory, that is the battle pass, you are looking at roughly 125 gems included, right, with other pulls. So I think it's very key and important to talk about this, because of the fact that, free to play, you're getting 93. Typically lately, obviously outside of anniversary, right? Anniversary is always where you get more Stellar Jades and just pulls in general. Been very consistent with the amount of pulls that we are getting. Now, whether or not you pull for the characters, entirely up to you. As we can see right here, I have the calendar for version 4.4 as to when these characters are going to be going away, when they are, all of that. And we can see here that the first half, right, we got Sparksy, we have Donghong PT, we have Evernight. Second half, it's going to be Saridra, is going to be Anaxa, and is going to be Aventurine. Additionally, very important to know is that Himeko Nova is running for the entire length of the patch, and that is actually very good for free-to-play players. We can see right here that Gilgamesh and Rin, they are going to be releasing a little bit later when it comes to the banners for them, and also the summon as well. If you don't know, where is it? Down here is that if you spend 200 pulls on the Fate banner, you have an opportunity to get either Gilgamesh's light cone or Archer's light cone. That's entirely up to you. Truthfully, I don't recommend it, honestly. And we can also see that they will be releasing on the 7th, 24th. That is when also the Imagine Holy Grail War continuation is going to be happening. So that is going to be interesting. That is also, we're going to be getting other Stellar Jades. Now, the other aspect that I want to really talk about is whether or not players who are free to play really should be going for Himeko Nova. Now, I know I've talked about this at length before, whether she is a great character, whether she is a bad character. Well, you got 93 pulls for the entirety of the patch. We can see here that she is running for the entire length of the patch. So if you really want to wait until the very last day, or even better yet, wait until we get information in regards to Robin SP and Aventurine SP, as you will know what they do before Himeko is actually gone. And that is very beneficial for players who are on the fence or really not 100% sure. Just know that currently right now, as it stands, right, optimally build, Himeko Nova is the strongest DPS character in the game by a decent margin. Whether that's good or bad, power creep, that is your own opinions on that, and I have my own opinions on that. But we're just talking from a free-to-play standpoint. Someone who wants to maybe start new in the game, right? We had a lot of content to catch up on, returning player, all of that. Himeko Nova is the strongest DPS character in the game. She runs for the entirety of the patch, so you have a long time to save for said character, as well as you lose your 50-50, and the light cone runs for the entirety of the time. Now, another key aspect with her, and why I do think she is very friendly for free-to-play players as well as players who are low spenders, is because of the fact that ideally she wants to have an Astral Express member. And obviously we have the MC, all of them, right? We also have Sunday, we have Donghong PT, we have Evernight, we have Welt. And E4 Welt is ideal for Himeko Nova. So you lose those 50-50s, you constantly get Welt. That is fantastic. But currently at the moment, the highest damage dealing team, I believe, is going to be running Mortonic's Blade. So if you missed him, unfortunately, you know, it is what it is. But Mortonic's Blade, so that is a future character you could possibly summon for. Donhung PT is an option for sustainability. Mortonic's Blade kind of suffices that just very slightly. An E4 Welt and Sparkle. Now, why do I say Sparkle? Well, guess what? She is exceptionally strong. I want to make sure that the Nova Flame buff is active. Yep, right, Nova Flare buff right there. So the skill is going to be increasing the crit damage of the designated ally by 24%, of Sparkle's crit damage plus 45%, lasting for 2 turns. It advances this ally's action by 50%. Why is that so good? Well, Himeko Nova is obviously really strong when it comes to damage output, and having crit damage increase is exceptionally strong. But the thing that makes this very good is that, I mean, you're getting a lot of crit damage bonuses just inherently. But the other thing that is very good is that it's lasting for 2 turns, and at the same time advance action forward by 50%. That's not necessarily the important. The important part here is the first half, because of the fact that Himeko Nova is a unique character who has an assist skill. She's the first character in the game to have such an ability, and by doing so, as we can see down here, is that after using the skill, immediately regains all uses of the assist skill. What is the assist skill? An extra ability that can be granted to any ally target using the assist skill will also consume the current action turn. It allows for Star Blazer, I think I'm saying that name right, yeah, Star Blazer, to take action and deal damage. So it is very strong. It allows Himeko to just brute force through stuff and just do more and more damage for her. Is very strong. And something to note is that Sparkle was a free character. Currently right now, I'm not 100% sure if it's still an option to get her for free, but you know, it's very good. And paired up with Himeko's Light Cone, which allows, where is it? Here it is. You just ignore 32% of the target's defense when dealing damage. That's it. So pair those two things up together is ridiculous. Obviously, right, you pair that up with other characters like an E4 Welt being able to reduce the enemy's defense even more, or a Mortonic's Blade being able to do the same thing, or even then, if you don't even have a Mortonic's Blade, having someone like Donhung PT increasing the attack with his own abilities and with the Lushaka set to Himeko is really good. So truthfully, while I don't necessarily agree with the fact that how fast the power creep is occurring in the game, I definitely think when it comes to a free-to-play mindset, or when it comes to a low spender mindset, obviously we can see with the Jade count, or with the Star Rail Pass count right here, is that this is very good that she's running for the entirety of the patch. Obviously, right, whether or not the 2 new characters coming out in the next patch are good or not is to be seen, right? Currently at the time of this recording, we don't know a whole lot or anything really about their kits, only like very bare minimum crumbs of what they could possibly be doing, who they could be kicking out of other teams, so on and so forth. But Himeko Nova is absolutely amazing, and for people who spend somewhat and are contemplating whether or not they want to actually get said character, this could be a character that you can get in order to get dupes of as well, because an E2 Evernight or Himeko Nova is like bananas good, as max uses of the assist skill increases to 2. The damage dealt by the ultimate and skill assist becomes 130% of the original damage, and when you enter the Navigator Seraphim state, immediately recovers 1 extra skill or assist skill use, and then it allows you to not really have to worry about a whole lot about the Trailblazer companion stuff, so it frees up the team options a little bit more. Overall, this is a great patch for people who are free to play, A, who have been saving, B, who are a little low on resources and like, hey, I have an opportunity to wait for the entirety of the patch, like a day before the patch goes away, and I can actually get the character. So very, very good patch. I definitely think this is probably one of the better patches we have had in quite some